Hi everyone, welcome to Lipstick on a Rig. Today we're going to be making this checkered beanie. And for this project we are going to be using size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn. And this is just the Big Twist Value brand. And we'll also be using a size F or 5 crochet hook. And if you haven't already, then please check out my How to Crochet a Beanie Brim tutorial video. So I went ahead and crocheted a brim that is 25 stitches deep and 18 inches wide. So now I'm just going to secure these two edges together like I show you how to do in that video. And once you're done securing your two edges together, it should look like this. So now go ahead and fold the brim up lengthwise, hiding this ridge in the process. And this allows us to create a double brim for added warmth. So I went ahead and divided my brim into 4 equal parts like this. And so now all we're going to do is place a slip stitch in the corresponding stitch on that opposite edge, just like that. And that joins these two edges together. So from here we're going to start placing half double crochets along these two edges of our brim, and the half double crochet stitches will secure these two edges together so that they can't move. And we're going to try to place 90 half double crochets all along our brim. What we're going to do is we're going to place 22 half double crochets and then 23 half double crochets. Then 22 half double crochets and then 23 again. So I'm going to show you how to place these half double crochet stitches. So go ahead and yarn over, and then you're going to insert your crochet hook into available loops on both edges. So I'm going to shoot for these two right here. And then from here, you're going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your crochet hook. So go ahead and place your 90 half double crochets going all the way along your brim and try to space them out as evenly as you can. And when you get to the end of your row, it should look like this. And from here, we're going to start a continuous loop pattern, which means we won't be starting and stopping each individual row, but instead it's going to act like more of a spiral. So for the stitches in this row, we will not be working in the V portion of the stitch, but instead we're going to be working in this second stitch that was created when we placed our half double crochet. So as you can see here, we have a stitch in the front, and then we also have these stitches in the back. So we're going to place 1 half double crochet in each of our front stitches in our first 5 stitches. So to do that, you're just going to yarn over and then insert your crochet hook into that front stitch, and then yarn over and pull through that stitch. Then yarn over and pull through 3 loops. Just like that. So now you're just going to repeat that process for the next 4 stitches. And then once you've placed your 5 half double crochets in the front stitches, then you're just going to switch to placing them in the back. So turn your stitches slightly and then yarn over, and then you're going to insert your crochet hook into this back stitch back here. Then yarn over and drop through that stitch, and then yarn over and drop those 3 loops on your crochet hook. And then you're just going to repeat that for the next 4 stitches again. And then after you place your 5 half double crochets in your back stitches, then you're going to switch back to placing them in the front. So that's going to be your pattern for the entire row, placing 5 half double crochets in the front stitches and then 5 half double crochets in the back. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row. And when you get done, you should have 16 sections that look like these. And when you get to the end of your row, it should look like this. So now all you want to do is follow like patterns. So if you are placing half double crochets in the front stitch, you're going to place half double crochets in the front stitch. And if you're placing them in the back, then you will continue placing them in the back. So I went ahead and placed 4 rows of placing like stitches, and now you can see it looks like this. And then all we're going to do for the next row is just reverse this. So if you were working in your front stitches before, you're going to work in your back stitches now, and vice versa for your back stitches. And then you're just going to repeat like stitches for the next 4 rows. And once you're done, it should look like this. So now all we're going to do is just repeat this cycle 2 more times. So in every stitch where you have a back post stitch, it will now be a front post stitch. And every front post stitch will now be a back post stitch. And then we're just going to repeat like stitches for 4 rows. And then we're going to repeat that entire cycle again. So you should have 4 sections that are checkered. So I went ahead and repeated this cycle 2 more times. And now it looks like this. And so now we're going to start our decreasing pattern, and since this is a continuous loop pattern, you might find it helpful to grab a scrap piece of yarn or a stitch marker to keep up with the first stitch in every row. So for our decreasing pattern, we're going to place single crochets, so go ahead and start by placing 1 single crochet in the first 7 stitches of this row. And once you have your first 7 single crochets in place, then we're going to single crochet stitch 8 and stitch 9 together. So go ahead and insert your crochet hook up underneath stitch 8 and yarn over and pull through. Then insert your crochet hook up underneath stitch 9 and yarn over and pull through. Then yarn over and pull through all the loops on your crochet hook. And so that's going to be your pattern. You're going to place 1 single crochet in the first 7 stitches, and then you're going to single crochet together stitch 8 and stitch 9. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 80 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 6 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 7 and stitch 8. And then you're just going to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 70 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 5 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 6 and stitch 7. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 60 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 4 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 5 and stitch 6. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 50 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 3 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 4 and stitch 5. And you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 40 single crochets. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then to single crochet together stitch 3 and stitch 4. And then you're just going to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 30 single crochets. And the pattern for the next row is going to be to place 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then to single crochet together stitch 2 and stitch 3. And then you're just going to want to repeat that going all the way around your row, and when you get done, you should have a total of 20 single crochets. And the pattern for the next row is just going to be to single crochet together 2 stitches at a time. And when you get done, you should have a total of 10 single crochet stitches. And the pattern for the next row is just going to be to single crochet 2 stitches together at a time. And when you get done, you should have a total of 5 single crochets. And now you can see your hole is very small, so you're just going to want to insert your crochet hook in a stitch on the opposite side of that hole and place a slip stitch. Then from here, we're going to cut and tie off our yarn. And I will link to my DIY poof ball maker in the description. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were making this, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Lipstick on a Rig. Thank you so much for working with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.